First step here is obviously to clean out all the junk. And my youth. So I got Metallica, Nirvana, and Korn, Follow Leader, Metallica, Injustice for All. Wow, Dead Presidents. Metallica, Kill 'Em All. That's a good one for all you guys. And what we're looking for is inside here, there's a tray, a rubber tray on the bottom. Simply, you just get in there. There's actually a corner in here and that tray. Today we're looking at the Tuffy center console safe. All right, so let's open up. Let's see what comes in the box. We got instructions. We got a couple instructions. We're probably gonna need them. We have this bar, not sure what that is. We got a instruction manual and some hardware, and finally the safe. So this is like the raw safe, all right? So as it looks like it bolts down here, and this is the door, all right? So the first thing I'm gonna do is actually set the combination. So in this case, the factory code is 000. We get a pin, something thin. There's a little hole down here. We push this hole in, we set it to our new combination, and then we let it out. And now that is the new combination. Okay, so now I reset it to 111, and it works. All right, so now before we get this into the truck, we're actually going to install this arm, okay? So what basically we need, and it comes with this hardware, is we need this bolt, we need this nut. This is like a locking nut. And then you have your nylon washers. What I assume this does, this basically is a arm to hold it open. So when you open it in a truck, it doesn't fall back. So we're gonna take our bolt, we're gonna put a nylon washer, and we're gonna put that through this arm, and we're gonna put another nylon washer on the other side. That's what it looks like from the top. So you have your bolt, nylon washer, nylon washer. Right, now we're gonna tighten this up, not all the way. Basically the point of this is basically it's a dampener to keep this from closing on you. So that's why it's got all the nylon washers and it has a lock nut. So you don't have to really tighten this all the way down for it to work. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna actually take the entire safe like this and we're gonna put it in. All right, and the idea is actually it's gonna sit on these legs. All right, so we wanna close these legs up and get it in here. It's a tight squeeze. All right. And we're standing these legs up. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm just standing it up. Now it's inside. So if you look in there, now it's sitting on those legs. These are the legs I'm talking about right there. Okay. So now the next step is actually to install this rear plate. So this rear plate, this little angle here is going to face the back. So we're going to put this in here into the back. All right. And then we're going to open this and we're going to run 2 screws through the hinge and into that rear plate. We're gonna use the longer screws that they give you. They basically give you 2 machine screws. In this case, we're gonna use the longer of the 2 for this part. All right, now the next step is to install this front plate, okay? So to install the front plate, you actually take the front legs of the unit and you fold them up. You fold them up like so, right? And then we take this in this orientation. So now this is facing the front and these bottom are facing the back. We're gonna slip it in underneath. Inside, up and underneath. And now this is what we're working with. So now that piece is actually back here and that lip went underneath here and those, you can see the little washers are on the other side where we're gonna run the screws. So I'm gonna run the screws in here and that's gonna lock this in so this can't come up. So again, we'll just take the 2 long screws and we'll run them down into that lip. And you know what I'm finding is actually to leave the legs folded till you get these screws started. That allows you to line the screws up and get them into the holes straight. And then once we get all these screws in, we'll then fold the legs back up. That'll force this all up. Now to push these legs up. Yeah, it really tightens up in there. All right, that looks looking pretty good. I mean, that is in there. All right, so legs are now pushed in. Now the last step is to take these bottom plates, they're called, and we're going to install them onto the legs. This is going to keep the legs from folding in. This will go in here, like so, and then we'll bolt them in. Bolt one right here, and one over there. For these, we'll use the remaining 4 little screws. And at first I was like, man, you know, when manufacturers make stuff, why don't they just make everything the same bolt size? Now I understand why these are short. So now we're just gonna run these screws in, these 4 screws. And again, this keeps the safe from folding up on itself. So here's one tip. I used kind of a very thin screwdriver here to put these in because you're so close to the wall of the console. If you try to do it with like this on it, you know, it puts you too far away and you're on a weird angle. All right, but it works if you just do that. Just grab something like this to put these screws in. All right, so that's basically what it looks like. I gotta put that one screw in, but now I'm gonna basically put these screws in, tighten this all up, and we're looking pretty good at this point. All right, so now let's put this tray back in. This is the one we took out in the beginning. Now that's what it looks like now. Just a big black hole. I popped this off. Okay, that plastic piece kind of covers up the back. So it's actually a very clean install. I mean, that is in there. You're not getting that out. That's crazy. The tray still fits. Hey, this is a pretty good safe, you know. Now, every safe, of course, in the world is you can break into, all right? But, I mean, this one, I can't really see any issue. I really don't like to leave my truck anywhere bad anyway, so this is just a little extra level of security. Of course, don't go stupid places at stupid time with stupid people. It's something I tell my kids all the time. So I tell my truck the same thing. Don't go stupid places at stupid times with stupid people. So my truck's usually in a pretty safe spot. But this is, again, for extra security. So what will we put in here? Let's see. Why do you need a safe like this? So it's for things like maybe electronics, knives, okay? Although I usually don't lock up my knives. All of this is unloaded. So we got blasters, maybe 2 blasters, more tools. You can lock all kinds of stuff up. And this is a BB gun. So, you know, obviously let your imagination run wild what you would need this for. But, you know, I think it's extra security for jewelry, wallets, all kinds of stuff, you know, we can put in here. So again, this was made by Tuffy. This is the center console safe. I'll put a link to this down below. I'm also gonna be putting one of these in a Silverado. If you're into that kind of thing, check out the channel, maybe hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, please. Remember, Found With DIY TV, we're always learning. I'm Mike, and I'm out. Flashlight, that doesn't work. Oh, that's good.